When I attended an Amazon Prime Video event last year where they announced their massive upcoming slate of movies and shows, I sat through close to 40 trailers over 5 hours in what became a blur of storytelling promise and possibility. But of all the trailers I watched, none buried themselves into my subconscious quite like the vibrant, mysteriously unhinged docuseries Cinema Marte Dum Tak. The series examines a forgotten parallel cinema movement within Hindi cinema, the sleazy, trashy, low-budget erotic movies of the late 90s and early 2000s, many of which went on to become big hits. Cinema Marte Dum Tak explores that thriving subculture by talking to the directors, artists and actors of that time, including Harish Patel, Mukesh Rishi, Raza Murad and Kiran Kumar. Over its breezy 6 episodes, the show not only deep dives into the wild, wild west that was the low-budget smart movie industry of the 90s, it also catches up with 4 yesteryear directors, tells their story and gives them the means to make a comeback by enabling them to make a short film each and relive their dreams once again. The 4 directors in question are Kishan Shah, forever living in the shadow of his most successful younger brother Kanti Shah, who you may know as the director of beloved cult B-movies like Gunda. There's also trashy horror film master Vinod Talwar, known for films like Raat Ke Andhere Mein and Khooni Panja. There's the firebrand Jay Neelam, who is one of the first and only female directors of this genre of film, we're told. And last but not least, the soft-spoken swag machine Dilip Gulati, known for his films like Jungle Beauty. Cinema Marte Dum Tak is a gloriously entertaining and charmingly heartfelt look at movie making and a forgotten corner of Hindi cinema. Full of heart and humor and made with so much love and affection, this is the rare series that's not only bloody fun, it also has a lot to say about the struggles of being an artist and making a living within the fickle world of film. Watch any Vasan Bala film and you'll know that Vasan Bala loves Hindi films. His own movies are full of cheeky winks, homages and references to his favourite films and filmmakers. Who better than to helm this project? Vasan is one of 3 creators of this series alongside Sameera Kanwar and Niharika Kotwal. And Cinema Marte Dum Tak is by no means just a bland talking heads docuseries. Supercharged by Karan Malhotra's cheeky, playful score, this show has a vibrant, irreverent energy, which is why it's frequently laugh-out-loud funny. Not only in how it takes us back to some truly absurd films of old-world Bollywood, but also in how it follows these directors. 4 wonderfully kooky, colourful characters. Whether it's Kishan Shah being unable to remember the name of his own lead actress even halfway through the shoot of his own film, or the mild-mannered Dilip Gulati, who keeps talking about how he aspires to filmmakers like Raj Kapoor and Hrishikesh Mukherjee, even though his own brand of cinema is quite different. There's also Jay Neelam making what she calls a women empowerment film, which features a titillating scene of 2 women kissing. Or my personal favourite, when the lovable Vinod Talwar is briefing his music director on the phone and with a full stern serious face says something along the lines of, "I need a song. The situation is guy meets girl, they fall in love, and then they become vampires. I need a song for that." But beyond its laughs, Cinema Marte Dum Tak is a thoughtful, deeply empathetic show about filmmakers and artists who feel like they weren't taken seriously and never got their due. Storytellers that were eventually sidelined and forgotten. Despite how enjoyable it is to witness their curious creative process, this show never makes fun of them or has a laugh at their expense. It's instead incredibly sincere in its approach to giving them a voice and a platform that they never had. So not only do we see their god complexes, enjoyable delusions and gaudy sensibilities, we also see their aching vulnerability, unwavering passion and pure conviction. In one scene during the first episode, horror master Vinod Talwar talks about how even after his filmmaking career came to a grinding halt and the phone stopped ringing back in the early 2000s, he never stopped writing stories and scripts. He never stopped imagining and hoping. More than serve as storytellers, many of the filmmakers within this cottage industry existed to provide a specific service. As one journalist puts it, after the Ramsey brothers, the masses were really hungry to have their regular dose of murder, sexual content, and watching the leading lady having a shower, which is where this new industry flourished. Later on, the one and only Rakhi Sawant adds, "These are the kind of films made for an audience that will fall asleep in a fancy, expensive blockbuster. But show them a hint of cleavage and some sexy sound effects and they'll go nuts." But I gotta say, sitting through the constant string of rape scenes which were designed to give an audience a sexual thrill back then was deeply uncomfortable and really infuriating. I imagine these are the kind of film sets where most intimacy coordinators nowadays would have a heart attack whilst having a stroke. Thankfully, the series isn't afraid to also get real in how it delves into how producers and filmmakers in that time exploited, duped, and pressured young women and aspiring actresses to be a part of these films, not knowing what they signed up for. For all the faults and social failings of these movies, this show is equally a celebration of the camaraderie and community of the film industry in the 90s. It reminded me of something Ajay Devgan once said in an interview when he spoke about that time. He said something like, it was like global warming. There was a lot more warmth and affection within the industry, which was harmful and terrible for the movies and the audience, but great for those working within it. All we endeavor to do as critics and film journalists is give the movies and artists the meaningful discussions and conversations they deserve. To celebrate film and film history, especially in a country like ours, which has such a rich heritage of movies that don't get the attention they deserve. It's why we desperately need more shows like this one. The kind that look back and revisit forgotten artists with so much love and fondness. The kind that isn't afraid to have us laugh at ourselves. I can't recommend Cinema Marte Dum Tak enough. You can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. I had so much fun with Cinema Marte Dum Tak, but what did you guys think? Let's discuss it in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Reviews and More.